Was It the Chocolate Pudding? A Story for Little Kids About Divorce by Sandra Levins. Illustrated by Brian Langdo. At my house, it's just my dad, my brother, and me. Mommy doesn't live with us anymore on account of we have divorce in my family. Divorce is the grown-up word for when mommies and daddies decide not to live together anymore. They tell the kids they're sorry, and one of them moves somewhere else. At our house, Mommy moved. They didn't tell my brother and me why, but I figured it out. It was because I smeared chocolate pudding all over my brother. What happened was, one morning my brother and me woke up very early. My dad was still sleeping, Mommy was outside, my brother was hungry, so I found one of his most favorite things, chocolate pudding. Those peely-off lids are sure stuck on tight. I used all my strength until the lid popped off. Splat! Pudding all over my brother! But my brother didn't care. He wiped the pudding off with his jammies and sucked the pudding right off his fingers. I opened another cup, and then one more. The trouble was, I forgot to bring a spoon. So see, my brother's idea to use his fingers was a good plan. We ate some, we smeared some, and we painted some on the wall. What a mess! I needed some help. I poked my sleeping dad's arm. Dad, my brother is brown! My dad jumped out of bed and ran into our bedroom in a flash. He hollered, "Oh no!" But instead of getting mad, he scratched his head and laughed. Soon we all laughed. My brother looked so silly, all covered with chocolate pudding. We got a bath early that day. Right then, Mommy came in the house and started yelling about the mess in the bedroom. She was mad and she didn't laugh. "I was in big trouble, mister." Then my dad yelled too and said Mommy should have been inside and my brother and me wouldn't have gotten into the pudding. They went into their room and closed the door and yelled some more at each other. That's why Mommy moved. My dad takes real good care of us. He wakes up every morning, helps us get dressed, and gives us our breakfast. But we don't get chocolate pudding for breakfast anymore. On school days, my dad walks to school with me. My brother stays at home and plays with my dad all day. My dad gets to play all day because he works after my school. Dad made a new arrangement for a lady named Mrs. Gregory to meet me at the crosswalk when the last bell rings. New arrangement is the grown-up word for changing lots of things you used to do. We go to Mrs. Gregory's house where she takes care of my brother and me, and some other kids too. I like it there because she has one whole room with kid-sized furniture and basket of toys. We have a snack, and then all us kids play until supper time. After supper, it's bath time. Then we brush our teeth and cuddle up together on the couch for a story. My brother and me are sleeping when my dad gets off work. My dad wraps us in blankets and carries us to his toasty warm car and buckles us in. I love how it feels when my dad scoops me up. He takes us home and tucks us into our own beds. He always makes sure we are cozy and warm and safe. My dad loves my brother and me. Arrangement is not the ideal situation, but it works for now. Ideal situation is the grown-up word for having both a mommy and a daddy at home, I think. On nights when my dad doesn't work, he cooks supper for us. He's the best cooker in the world. My brother's favorite is spaghetti and applesauce. I like chicken noodle soup. My dad tells us to drink all of our milk and eat our veggies. We eat and talk and laugh and smile. Also, my dad plays with us. Sometimes we build towers with blocks or we play kid games. Sometimes we go roller skating or swimming or sledding if there's snow. My dad reads to us every day. He's a good reader. He reads to us because every other Saturday is Library Saturday. We have library cards with our very own names on them. My dad says he puts them in his wallet for safekeeping. We check out 10 books, 5 for my brother and 5 for me. When it's not Library Saturday, my brother and me go to Mommy's house. When we are with Mommy, we all walk to the park by her house. We play on the slides or feed the geese at the lake or have a picnic. Sometimes at night we camp out on the floor in Mommy's living room. We hang blankets over chairs and pretend we're in a tent. It's lots of fun. Mommy cooks bear pancakes for breakfast. Bear pancakes have a circle head, 2 circle ears, and a happy face made with raisins. We like bear pancakes very much. Mommy sings to us every day. She knows lots of songs, but my favorite is E-I-E-I-O. My brother and me name the animals that live on the farm, and we sing the sound they make. Mommy loves my brother and me. One day, Mommy, my brother, and me stopped at the ice cream place for chocolate cones. It made me think of chocolate pudding, so I told Mommy that I was sorry about the chocolate pudding mess. I was sorry I made her leave home and make a divorce in our family. Mommy hollered, "Oh no!" She put her hands on my cheeks and looked right in my face. She said, "Sweetie, it's not your fault that your dad and I divorced. It had nothing to do with chocolate pudding. Daddy and I tried to work out our differences. but we couldn't. This is a grown-up problem. It is absolutely not your fault. Differences is the grown-up word for everybody not liking the same thing and not always getting their own way. It's like when I want to watch cartoons and my brother wants the same old video that we saw a million times. Sometimes mommy and daddies yell at each other about their differences. Mommy said that sometimes grown-ups do things that kids don't understand. She said that we're all adjusting to our new arrangement and everything will be okay. She hugs my brother and me both at the same time. She squeezed so tight my eyeballs might pop out. My brother wiggled loose. We all started to giggle. It wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. I danced around like when I win a game. My brother danced too. I had relief in me. Relief is the grown up word for feeling like you're carrying a big, heavy book bag and someone takes it off your back. I thought my family's divorce was my fault, but after mommy explained it, I didn't feel so bad. There are two more grown up words that I should tell you about. First, explaining is when you talk to somebody about something so they can understand it, even if that somebody's a little kid. Now that I understand my family's divorce is not my fault, I feel better inside of me. My brother never worried about the chocolate pudding, but I sure did. I know grown-ups don't think kids can understand a lot of stuff, but big stuff like divorce needs some explaining. If mommies and daddies don't explain that it's not us kids' fault, then kids figure it is. And the second word, adjusting to our new arrangement, is what you do when you don't have an ideal situation, and it's still okay. My mommy and my dad take good care of my brother and me. They aren't in the same house, but they both love my brother and me very much. Maybe one of these days, when we're all adjusted to our new arrangement, I'll ask my dad to get my brother and me some chocolate pudding. If he does, I think we'll eat it with a spoon and in the kitchen.